Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Freeland here. Hey, I'm going to show you today how you can use a roadmap. So I'm going to open up the roadmap on my screen. And so your teacher would send you a link either in Google Classroom or in an email, and that link will take you to a roadmap. Now, a roadmap, if you haven't used it before, it's one screen with all your activities and assignments all in one place. There's no need to upload things. There's no need to go to any place else. Everything is right here. So I want to show you how to use a roadmap. The first time you use a roadmap, you do have to give Google permission. And the reason why that is you can use your camera or your microphone on your Chromebook or your laptop at some point. So you need to have Google permissions to be able to use that. So we're going to start right here. So you can see a roadmap is a circle, and this is actually a scavenger hunt that's going to let us do Google permissions to each one of the apps or nodes that roadmap has. And those different circles allow you to do different assignments. So in this roadmap, our circles are going to be clues to an object that you need to guess. I'm going to start right here with our how-to video. So when you click on a circle, it opens up the instructions for you. If you want the computer to read the instructions, you can click the microphone. Okay.
Click the Launch Activity button below and complete the activity.
There's our instructions. After you read or listen to the instructions, you're going to hit the blue launch rocket. Now, boys and girls, that's going to put you in a new tab, but your roadmap is still there on the tab before. So that opens up a new tab, and we're in what's called a writer. So you might need to give Google permission. So if it made you give Google permission, you'd click your email and then click allow. So this is going to show you how to give Google permissions. We're going to watch this video about how to use a roadmap.
How to use a roadmap. When opening your roadmap, in this case, the lesson Why Are the Great Lakes Great from 3rd grade Social Studies Geography, it should look something like this. Each lesson starts with a driving question. In this case, why are the Great Lakes great? Then you can see different bubbles or nodes with activities for you to complete. Click on the activity or node you want to do. I'm going to click on the second node, the Great Lakes song. Once you click on it, a door would open on the left. Then read the instructions or listen to them by clicking on the little speakerphone icon.
Enjoy the song and learn some facts about our Great Lakes.
Then click the launch button, and the activity would open in a new tab. Once you've completed it, exit the tab and go back to the main map. Don't worry though, everything you did is automatically saved. Then click on the complete button to visually see what you've already done and what you still need to do. Then click anywhere else on the map and keep working. To help you, you'll notice the nodes are numbered and they have arrows to showcase what needs to happen first and what needs to happen next. Don't worry though, you can always come back to a node you've completed. Good luck!
Okay, great, boys and girls. So you saw how to really work a roadmap. You click on the nodes, and then when you're done, you exit the node at the top. I'll show you how to do that and press complete. So now we're just going to show you how to give Google permission. And this will only happen once every time you open a new node, just for the first time.
Every time you click on a new app or a new node, you will click Launch Activity. Because you haven't used this app before, it will ask you to sign in with Google. Click Sign in with Google. Choose your name. And then choose Allow. You should only have to do that once for every new app.
Okay, great, boys and girls. So we finished the Start Here node. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to my roadmap, and I'm going to exit out of this tab, and then it will take me back to my main roadmap screen. All right. And then what you can do is after you've finished, okay, and you finish this tab, you can click at the very bottom. You see the completed box, and then it gives me, colors it in and gives me a check mark so I can see which ones I've done. All right, let's go on to number 1. Here's our first clue. This is a writer node, and it's probably going to ask you to give Google permissions. Here we go. I'm going to click the rocket launch. And if you need to give Google permissions, remember you're going to click on your name and then allow, and then it'll open the first clue. So our first clue is a color. All right, our first clue is blue for our object. I'm going to exit out of that tab and go back to my roadmap. I'm going to press complete, and I get a check mark. So my first clue is blue. Boys and girls, this one is a KWL. So I click the circle, click launch. This will be our second clue. So it's the color of the L above. That L looks red to me. So you could, on the KWL, you could add boxes. You could do what you know, what you want to know, add a box, what you learned, right? So this is a KWL that you can do right in a roadmap. So the color of the L is red. There's my second clue. And I'm done with clue number 2. I'm going to exit out that tab, go back to my roadmap, click complete, and now go on to number 3. Then I'm going to press the launch. Here's our third clue. Our third clue, you may have to give Google permission first. This is a Venn diagram. Here, you can type things in that are different and alike. You can put titles in like frogs versus toads. How are they different and how are they alike? But here, our clue number 3 is a math problem. 51 minus 1. I bet you know what that is. 51 minus 1. Can you guess? You got it. It's 50. So we've got blue, red, and 50. You're going to go up, exit out, go back to the roadmap. We're going to press complete, and clue number 3 is done. Let's do clue number 4. I'm going to launch. Clue number 4 is a chart. And take a minute and give Google permission if you need to do that. So on a chart, boys and girls, you will see pluses and minuses at the bottom, and you can enter things into your chart. So if you were in making lists or collecting data in science or math, you could make charts of that. You can add rows and columns if you want on the bottom. All right. Ooh, I see the clue right there. It's US, like the USA. All right, that's our clue, USA or US. Okay, so we got red, blue, and US are our clues. We're going to press complete and 50. All right, now let's go to clue number 5. I'm going to launch. You may have to give Google permission. This is a PDF, pal. Whoa, there's lots of stripes, right? Okay, so stripes are a clue. But before we move on, boys and girls, I want to quickly show you how to use these tools if you don't know. This tool is the writing tool. So your teacher, maybe it won't look like stripes. They could put a math worksheet in, a reading worksheet that's a PDF for you to do. So you can choose what color you want to put your answers in. I like green. So you can do writing, okay, using your touchpad or mouse. If you make a mistake, you click the undo. You could type text. When you type, You can also pick the color. If I want to undo that, I could, or I can push the eraser. One thing when you're typing text, if you make a mistake and you want to erase, it may erase the whole word or everything you typed. So here's a little hint. Sometimes, let's say I typed hello and I accidentally had 2 O's. One thing you can do is I sometimes use the white and the pencil, and then I'll go back and just kind of color that in with the pencil, and then those letters will disappear. There is an eraser, and there's also a highlighter, so you could read things and highlight them. So I'm going to undo all that, boys and girls. There we go. And our clue is stripes. We're done with clue number 5. You're going to exit out of that tab, go back to your road map, press complete. Now we're on clue number 6. Clue number 6 is really fun. Clue number 6 is in a flip book. So you're going to have to give Google permissions if you haven't yet. All right, so here's a flip book. I'm going to click the play at the bottom, just like on a DVD player.
Look at the picture below. What do you see?
Oh, I see
Look at the
stars.
picture below. What?
So boys and girls, that'll keep replaying. So you want to push the square at the bottom to stop it. So these are our clues. Blue, red, 50, stripes, stars, and US. Are you thinking of an object I'm thinking of? I bet you could put those clues together to think of an object. Maybe that's in your classroom or outside your home. All right. All right, boys and girls, I'd like to show you the tools on Flipbook. The tools on Flipbook are very similar to the tools on the PDF Pal. We have a pencil or a brush for writing. You can choose your color. You do have to click Save afterwards. You can choose how big you want the line to be. Maybe you want a wide line. And then you could also use scribble, straight line, or arrow. So let's see what the scribble looks like. Right, there's the scribble. Now I click the scribble and I can do straight lines. And I can make those lines thicker or thinner. I can also do arrows, which really comes in handy in science when we build models. All right, and then we can undo those. The next tool down is text, so that you can write. Something else, you just click on a spot and do your typing. If this has a blue box around it, like you see that blue shaded, you can use the arrows to make it bigger and smaller. All right, so I'm going to undo my text. There's an eraser. Boys and girls, the next part I want to show you is how to add an image. And then we're going to do some animating, which is really fun. So I can add an image to this page. I am going to, first of all, though, let me go back. Hang on. I'm going to cancel that. I want to add a new page. So I'm going to do a plus and at the bottom, and I'm going to add a blank page. So this is like a notebook, but virtual, that you can add pages to in a flipbook. I want to add a picture of, maybe I'll make a fish in an ocean and make him swimming. So I'm going to add an image, and now I'm going to go up here and click the mountain again. When I click the mountain again, I'm going to type in a word that we can search for. I'm going to type in the word ocean. So now I want an underwater picture. There's one. And I'm going to put that in my book. So I would hit select. All right. Okay, boys and girls, so we can see this picture of the blue ocean, but I want it big. I want it to take up my whole screen. So I'm going to make it really big. Now, how can I get a fish in there? I can go back to image, do an image again, and let's type in fish. Oh, there's all kinds of fish. Ooh, that one looks cool. Ooh, I like him too. Sometimes when you pick a fish with a white background, the background will disappear. Or you can say fish and the word vector, and then it gives you just the background. This one, I'm getting a white fish, white square around my fish. but that's okay. You can get the idea of how he swims. So what I'm going to do is let's make our fish a little bit smaller. So I got a blue box around him. I'm going to make him smaller. And I want to start my fish. So to move an object, you have the blue box and then you just drag it and pull it. Let's make him down here. So I'm going to get my fish to move. I'm going to hit the plus, hit copy page. Now it's going to give me a page just like the last one. I'm going to click my fish and move it a little bit. And then I'm going to copy page again. I'm going to click my fish, move it a little more, and hit copy page again. So each time your fish is going to be moving a little bit. There we go. All right, boys and girls, that's pretty good. We've got 6 pages. So now I'm going to hit the play button, and you'll see my fish swim.
Look at the picture below. What do you see?
Now here's my fish. There he goes. So boys and girls, that's how you can make an animation.
Look at the picture below.
All right, and you could go ahead and flip page to page in the bottom and see how each page is in there. And all I did was use the plus button and copy page to make another page and then move my object. So that is the flip book. All right, let's go back. Let's close that tab. Are you ready to check out the clue and see if we were right? We're going to go to the last one, which is a map. We're going to launch it. There we go. Here's all the clues. Blue, red, 50, United States stripes, and stars. There it is, the flag. Did you guess it correctly? I bet you did. So if you're on a map and if you want to add a circle, you could hit the plus. You could type in your name or hello. You could change the style of your circle, right? You could change the shape of it. And then you can also add an image down at the bottom, just like we did in a flip book. And then you can also bring it over and connect it to other circles, and that makes a link. So that's how you use a map, boys and girls. All right, these are most of the tools in Flipbook. I'm going to go back. You completed the scavenger hunt, and I bet you got it correct. All right, boys and girls, I hope you had fun using a road map, and I think you'll really enjoy it. And I'm excited to see what your teachers can help you do. Good luck.